There's a kind of tiredness that no amount of sleep can fix. You go to bed early, you wake up late, you take breaks, scroll through your phone, eat, breathe, and still, you feel exhausted. But this isn't about your body. This isn't just about your mind. This is your soul, quietly screaming beneath the surface, begging you to listen, to slow down, to come home. Today, let's talk about a kind of tiredness that runs deeper than sleep. Because maybe you're not tired. Maybe your soul is just exhausted. We live in a world that glorifies hustle and productivity. You're praised for pushing through, for showing up no matter what, even when your inner world is falling apart. But you carry more than deadlines and to-do lists. You carry unspoken grief, unresolved childhood wounds, loneliness masked as independence, pressure to always be okay, and none of that gets released just by taking a nap. You wake up with it still clinging to your chest, a heaviness that sleep can't cure. Modern rest is a performance, a vacation where you still check emails, a weekend that feels just as rushed as your week. You're told to relax, but no one teaches you how. True rest doesn't come from numbing out, it comes from turning inward. But we've been trained to fear that silence, because silence is where the truth speaks. And many of us are terrified of what we might hear when the world goes quiet. It's 3 a.m., you're in bed, but your thoughts are loud. You've replayed the same conversation 100 times. You've planned tomorrow, next week, next year. Your body is still, but your mind is racing. This isn't insomnia. This is unresolved emotion. This is spiritual restlessness. This is your nervous system on overdrive from pretending to be fine for too long, until your soul no longer knows peace, even in the dark. Physical fatigue says, lie down. Soul fatigue says, let go. Soul exhaustion comes from living out of alignment with your truth, being surrounded by people who don't see you, doing work that doesn't fulfill you, carrying burdens that don't belong to you, ignoring your own needs to take care of everyone else. It's not just tiredness, it's a spiritual depletion, and it shows up as anxiety, irritability, disconnection, and numbness. Somewhere along the way, you were taught that your worth comes from achievement, that your emotions are too much, that rest is laziness, that being strong means being silent. So you began to betray yourself quietly. You said yes when your body screamed no. You stayed when your soul begged to leave. You gave love that was never returned. You kept going because falling apart wasn't an option. But survival is not the same as living. You don't need more hustle. You don't need another productivity hack. You need permission to stop, to cry, to scream, to sit in silence and just be, to reconnect with your forgotten self. You need solitude, not isolation, stillness, not stagnation, reflection, not distraction. Because healing starts when you stop running, not from the world, but from yourself. Rest is not just about sleep. Rest is saying no to what drains you, sitting in the sun with no agenda, listening to music that makes your soul exhale, journaling until your truth spills out, taking long walks with no destination. Rest is reclaiming your time, your energy, your being. It's remembering that you are not a machine. You are a living soul, and you deserve to feel alive again. You will heal, but it won't come from running faster. It'll come from slowing down, breathing deeper, loving softer, letting go of the pressure to always be okay. When you start honoring your emotions, when you begin choosing peace over people-pleasing, when you make space for your soul to breathe, you begin the sacred process of coming back to yourself. You won't feel alive overnight, but every step back toward your own heart is a step toward wholeness. You're not broken. You're just tired of living a life that isn't yours, of wearing masks, of holding your breath through the chaos. Let today be the beginning, not of a new hustle, but of a homecoming. You don't need to be fixed. You just need to be felt by you. Let your soul rest. And when you do, life won't just feel lighter. It will finally feel real. Thank you for watching. If this message touched something deep in you, please press the thumbs up and share it with someone who might need it too. It helps spread the message of inner peace. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this.